Today's Health Watch and another big food recall tied to Listeria. More than 600 frozen waffle products from more than a dozen brands are being voluntarily recalled due to a potential Listeria contamination. Now, this bacteria was detected through routine testing at a manufacturing facility. So far, we're happy to say there have been no confirmed reports of illnesses or deaths. The products are sold at big retailers like Target and Walmart. You've been there. We reached out to the potentially affected retailers for comment. Walmart responded saying this: "We have placed a sales restriction on the products and removed them from our impacted stores and clubs." CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder, editor-at-large for public health at KFF Health News, joins us now to discuss. Good to see you, Dr. Celine.
Good to see you.
It just seems like there are more and more Listeria recalls. Number one, I keep thinking Wisteria like the flower. It's nothing at all like that. But it does seem to be a lot of Listeria recalls lately. Why is that?
Well, we have more and more complicated food supply chains. So at every step of food processing, there's the opportunity for contamination. So that's number one.
Okay.
Consumers want ready-to-eat food, so of course they're more processed as a result. And thirdly, we have better tests. So it used to be we might not have been aware or known what made you sick. Now we can actually test, detect, and tell you what made you sick.
Now, if I were sitting in front of a nicely toasted
Waffle.
Eggo right here, waffle with a little butter melted and some syrup on
The
it.
syrup, yeah.
It'd be hard to say no, but help me say no. What are the risks here if you're in that category where this could be a contaminated product?
Well, so you can develop quite severe disease, including meningitis, which is when it's in your spinal cord, or sepsis, where the Listeria gets into your bloodstream and can cause damage to your organs. The symptoms that you want to look out for would be headaches, fevers, changes in your mental status, difficulty walking, seizures even. So this can be causing you a very severe disease if you're in one of the high-risk groups.
How does it even get into frozen products to begin with?
Well, so first of all, freezing does not kill bacteria like Listeria. It's a very hardy bacteria.
Okay, what about heating it up?
Well, heating can. So you need to be cooking things at a high enough temperature.
Gotcha.
But because you can get cross-contamination, it could be from other foods, it could be equipment or surfaces that were contaminated. We find Listeria in the soil and water, so there are a lot of different ways it could get into a frozen waffle.
How does it spread?
So through food is the most common way. And some of the foods that we consider high risk and why we tell pregnant women, for example, not to eat them are deli meats and soft cheeses. So foods are very high risk. Those foods are very high risk for contamination.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's, again, a surface or equipment that's also contaminated.
I said Eggo by default because that's my home waffle, but that's actually not on the list. But if people think they might have
The
a
Eggo
product,
people are going,
yeah,
hey!
I was thinking that in my brain. I was just for the record. That's what I eat at home,
Yes,
and so
yes,
it came
yes.
to mind.
Wait a
but
minute.
That's not on the list.
Let go my Eggo, Tony.
Exactly right. But if people do have one of the products listed, what should they do?
They really should throw them away. This is not worth the risk. This can be deadly. And so really just dispose of anything that is on that recall list.
All right, and to emphasize one more time, Eggo, because I think Lego Eggo too.
Yeah.
It is not on the list. Dr. Celine Gounder, thank you so much. For the full list of potentially effective products and brands, visit the FDA website.